Yeah, I was talking about the quirks. Um, the Jenner has a lot of nerfs for some reason. -20 turn angle, -10 torso turn rate. I mean, why? It doesn't get any structure quirks. Like, it's in dire need of the health buffs. Hi, Chips. +3 target acquisition delay. I don't know. Jenner, this is not how it should be. Should get you should get the acceleration deceleration rates plus structure plus some weapon quirks like heat dissipation and such. As it is, no one, I don't think many people will bother with this. But then again, with the removal of all weapon quirks, the fire starters are not that attractive anymore because they are gonna run really hot. Let me check out this one. No engine. Because before the quirks, nobody cared about the fire starters. And let's see if this thing is hot or what's the heat dissipation compared to current quirks. Let's go Canyon again. Okay, I'll check the Gen K. I don't have it. Yeah, it was all about the Ember before the quirks. Because Ember had some heat efficiency and it could also do some damage thanks to its machine guns. Wow, this thing's... wow. Does this thing have a torso rate nerf? Because it's very sluggish. Oh my god, this is like a medium right now. Good alpha, well, 3 times, yeah. 4 times. Yeah, the damage output won't be stellar. But then again, it's... we don't know how it's gonna be without... when you remove weapon quirks from every mech. This could be acceptable. I don't know. What did they do to the awesomes in general? Yeah, I started it out with lights, but we'll get there. Again, this is not too horrible, but you definitely feel those torso turn angle and torso turn rate nerfs in this thing. It feels pretty sluggish to me. But I'm not gonna bother with the clam max at the moment because of all the omnipods. They complicate things. Let's look at the locusts. So 3M, once the undisputable king of the locusts, and now it gets some mild structure quirks. Rate of hit loss is always appreciated, and it gets some target scan time buffs which are not really important. But it loses the acceleration and deceleration bonuses plus its weapon quirks. This thing will be hot. Like ridiculously hot after this. I don't know why they removed the acceleration and deceleration bonuses. The mobility of the Locust is everything. It's a high risk, it should be a high risk, high reward mech, and when you take out its weapon quirks, it's just a high risk mech. Let me see how this thing feels without the damn engines. How this thing feels without the acceleration bonuses. Okay. Let's go canyon again. Where's it? And of course, without any energy, heat reduction works. Yeah, it's... You can feel the lack of acceleration, deceleration, but it's not as horrible as I thought it would be. It's still kind of nimble. Not too bad. But yeah, I would rather have those acceleration bonuses. How about the heat now? Well, with small pulse it's gonna run full no matter what, but look at the range, 110 meters. Without the quirks, you definitely feel the lack of range of small pulses and small lasers, and it's gonna be a problem for locusts and, you know, lights on the lower end of the tonic spectrum. 110 meter small pulse, you basically can't use this thing. Just won't do any damage, like, I'm out of range. I can't hurt that cataphract, like, from here. I'm still out of range. I'm now in range. So basically you have to fight a cataphract, like this cataphract, from here to do full damage. It's gonna be very tough for the locusts without any laser quirks. Yeah, I didn't watch the Town Hall, it was too late for me, and I don't generally watch them because afterwards people do some really good you know, after action report of those Town Halls, so you can just read them instead of listening to 3 hours of Russ Bollock rumbling. Okay, so Wani, currently the best locust in my eyes. Its acceleration is nerfed for some reason, it has some deceleration rate. I mean, why are there differences in acceleration and deceleration? Why is there so many discrepancy between variants? Why should this locust be less nimble than this or this one? It doesn't make sense. I think the locusts need that blanket 50% acceleration, deceleration bonuses. It loses pretty much everything. It gets plus 90% torso turn rate. Plus 90% torso turn rate for some reason. It's random. Don't ask why. 3V structure? I don't have a 3V. Just a sec. Pretty baby's pretty unchanged actually. It gets some structure, but oh, the thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but currently, in the live client, currently in the stable one, locusts have plus 16 leg structure, which makes their legs pretty durable. But right now they will only have plus 4 leg structure, and it only has 16 armor and 8 structure, so we'll have 28 leg health instead of 40. Locust will be ridiculously easy to leg after this. Okay, let's go to the store and check out the other locusts. Said 3V, right? Plus 24 CT structure. Yeah, this will be pretty damn tanky. But then again, you will have 1 or 2 mediums and 2 machine guns. Good luck doing some damage with this. With no quirks at all. 2 mediums and 2 machine guns. That's like the best thing you can do. Well, maybe you can do medium pulses. What about the 3S? This thing is also pretty tough, but again, without weapon quirks, it doesn't matter. This thing... I I don't know. But the 1M, these are the variants I haven't. This doesn't make sense to bring them, to be honest. Again, how about the 1V? Because 1V is really gimped, like it can only want 1 energy and for ballistic. And you can pretty much only do like 1 large pulse or I don't know, large laser and some machine guns. Or a medium pulse plus 4 machine guns. Which are all horrible in my opinion. By the way, I wanna ask you guys something. Did they talk about weapon quirks? Because I read Paul's post and it didn't mention, you know, okay, this is just the initial quirks on the PTS, we're gonna add weapon quirks later. He didn't say that. Is this how it's gonna be, or are they gonna add weapon quirks because we need weapon quirks? If they add weapon quirks to these locusts, they will be fine. Alright. Yeah, I haven't seen them mention that anywhere as of yet. About the mistlings. Force a turn angle minus 30? What? Why? What? I don't get it. Okay, it gets structures, which it already has, and it's awesome. But then again, this thing struggles putting out damage because it only has 7 true hit sinks, I think. Yeah, it only has 7 true hit sinks, so when you put clan lasers on this, it becomes very hard to manage. Turn rate minus... I don't know, I think Mistings should get similar quirks like the Locust, like most debuffs to its mobility and lots of structure and some management. I don't know, I don't understand why this thing gets minus 30 for the turn angle. This should be very annoying to play. Weapon quirks might make a comeback in some form depending on the performance. Well, I think they should. Okay. It's not too bad since this thing already has a lot of torso twist. So yeah, it's not very horrible. But again, it's not necessary. I come hard. I say it. So Mistings gets a lot of structures. Well, not a lot of, but mild structure bonuses, and some of them gets, well, depending on the Omnipod, of course, acceleration, deceleration rate. I don't know, they should really add heat dissipation quirks to this thing. Like 10%, 20%, and add acceleration, deceleration to every single one of them. The Panther. Oh, the Panther is a pretty tanky mech. Already a pretty tanky mech, so it gets some structure, which is nice. Not much to its legs though, I wish it had more leg structure. Plus 50 acceleration, deceleration. One gets plus 30. Also turn angle nerfs. Minor. I don't know the reasoning of this torso turn angle. Like, one of the variant gets like -5, the other gets -10. Why? This one gets +10? Doesn't make sense in my head. It's like a computer spitted out numbers, random numbers, and I just use them. Yeah. The Hugin gets, oh, well, that's quite a lot of structure. Yeah, this thing is a bit has disadvantage geometry. It's huge from every direction, especially from the sides. I usually kill them by side torsoing them. Or they're also pretty easy to leg, so it's good that it gets structure and acceleration deceleration, but without, again, weapon quirks, nobody will bother with this thing. Just like they didn't bother with it when it first got released. It was just, I don't know, it was just not putting out any damage. Raven. From acceleration, deceleration. Minus 30 force a turn angle. That's gonna be annoying. Since this thing doesn't have any jump yet, it's gonna be annoying. This one gets minus 30 as well. Again, no structure on any of the... Oh, okay. This is... I have 2 Raven champions? They're the same. What about the other Ravens? Raven... UX... Some mild structure bonuses. I mean, nobody's gonna bother with these things without weapon quirks again. I think they made a pretty good quirk system. It just needs tweaking, and they didn't tweak. Like, how many revisions did we get? We got like 2 revisions afterwards. And I like that the current quirk system gives a purpose to each variant. So Raven Trail is the trail. Well, it is the Raven with the ECM. It doesn't need many quirks. The Hagen is the SRM Master, or SRM Destroyer, the best damn SRM light in the game, pretty much. 2x and 4x are purposed as laser mechs. Well, they can be differentiated a little better in its current form, but again, they have a purpose. Right now, they don't have a purpose. They are the same thing with... I don't know, nobody's gonna bother with this thing. Again. And honestly, I gotta show this to you guys. Look at this. Plus 30, plus 20 bonuses, structure bonuses everywhere. And plus 24 in the city. This thing will be a big to kill. This thing will be the next Arctic cheetah. I don't know why, but I kinda like this. This will be a great troll mech. Oh, the Spider 5V, the worst spider. The worst spider. What does it get, guys? I mean, how can they make this attractive with the new quirks? Let's take a look. Hey, take your plus 35 acceleration rate and go. There is no reason to use this anymore. It has some video pulse quirks right now, and they're not too bad. I mean, I kind of like this mech in its current form, but I'm looking at this and I know that I will never use this again. It's making me sad. And the Spider 5K, same thing. It has acceleration, deceleration. Acceleration, deceleration don't let you do damage, and if you can't do damage, why take the mech at all? Again, this thing will struggle doing damage. At least it has some great laser quirks right now, and the 5D. It's the 5D. Doesn't need much, but yeah, it's not boosted much. I would rather have some more leg structure on this thing. I think every spider should get a lot of leg structure. Oh, and the 5E and the 5K don't get any structure at all for some reason. Okay. Moving on to the mediums. The Blackjack 1X, the current favorite of many. It's an awesome mech with great laser quirks, and right now it's back to normal. Directly, it gets some structure which should make it much more tankier. Torso turn angle plus 30, that's awesome actually. Because torso angles were very annoying in this thing. Turn rate is nerfed. Well, it has some infotech nerfs, but they are not very relevant, I guess. I don't know. Let's take it. Let's take it and see how does it feel. Without its energy quirks. I am betting that this thing will be. Oh my god. How about the other one? Damn it. Okay, this thing is fitted, I think. Critical loadout error, what could it be? Module slot violation. Oh! Yeah, look, take a look. They nerfed the consumables, guys. Can only take one on some mechs. I think, or maybe every mech. I don't know. So you can only choose between a cool shot or an artillery. That's gonna be interesting. Ultimate tank cannon. Yeah, that's gonna be a... I should actually try to drop with it in the PTS. I wonder how it feels. Canyon network. Yeah, it's gonna burn less CPUs. It's bad for PGA actually, but I don't know. Missing a cool shot is also going to hurt. Torso twist feels pretty snappy still. Despite it having a torso turn rate nerf. It feels a bit sluggish though, acceleration, deceleration. Why? But the torso twist, oh my god, it's amazing, guys. Really good. In the current one, you get snap. You cannot turn this much, pretty much. Now we can go all the way back. Let's shoot these things. 45% heat. Yeah, you can only alpha. Well, you wait some. You can alpha 3 times. So that's 42 alpha. 120 damage before you shut down. It's much less than what you can do with it right now. It's gonna be really hot, for sure. So, damage output is nerfed all over the board. $80 meters less range. Oh yeah, that's that too. Now the clans will have ultimate superiority over IS because of the weapon ranges. Well, tier 1. Again, well, there's nothing to see here without weapon quirks. Doesn't get any weapon quirks, of course. Acceleration, deceleration, plus 20 and some structure. It's pretty much the same. How about the arrow? Arrow is much more tankier. It should be very tanky actually. Plus 20. Structure all over the board. But again, you only have 6 machine guns and 2 energy. Thing is, I can't say it will have trouble doing damage because weapon quirks are all gone, so I can't compare it now. But it should struggle against clans, that's for sure. Alright, moving on to the Centurion. Oh, let's check out the A. The first Centurion, the primary. Acceleration, deceleration, plus 50, that's welcome. No turn rate nerf for some reason. And structures, look at them. This is one of the oversized mediums we have. It's a really big mech and with a lot of surface area. And plus 6 structure won't cut it. And it has no extra armor or structure for its arms, so it doesn't have a shield. Well, this arm's a shield arm, but it lacks the extra armor it has now. So it will be much easier to disarm, and in my case it's very easy to CT. Yeah, I'm in the depression town, Ugra. I'm just checking out the PTS and it's very different. I don't know how to feel. There are some very ridiculous stuff here, and the quirks are so random. Like it's again, it's like it's made by a computer or something, by an algorithm or something. It doesn't make sense because there's so much difference between variants in terms of mobility, and it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's the same chassis with different hardpoints. Why is there such a difference between each variant? Centurion D doesn't get anything in terms of survivability, acceleration, deceleration, bunch of mobility quirks. I don't know if it will be worth taking. The A will be tougher and it has better hardpoints. Check out the AH. Plus 16 right arm armor. Wow, PGI, thank you. Yeah. Wow, 70% acceleration rate. Can I play with this? Again, a module violation. Thank you. Oh well. Moving on to the skaters. Jesus. X5 gets tons of structure. It nerfs to its acceleration, deceleration. Plus 50 turn rate. Kinda wanna play with this now. Does it have an engine? How about the 3M, my favorite? Nerfs to acceleration, deceleration. Minus 20 torso turn angle. It should be annoying. Otherwise, this is pretty much unquirked, like, doesn't have much. 2A. Nobody plays with the 2A anymore. And it's even less attractive now. See, there isn't much difference between Marines anymore. In the current version, 3M is a beast with Ultra ACs. And 2A has some pretty damn good medium laser quirks. And a 2B has medium pulse quirks. So each variant has a purpose. There's a reason to take them. Now they are all generic again. 2B gets so it's gonna be tough. Just like the X5. It's got X will beat all pushes from no one, yeah. Yeah, let's move on to the Griffins. There's not much to talk about on the skaters. They're gonna be tough, but again, they will struggle to do damage. But again, with the removal of weapon quirks, they might not struggle actually. We'll see. One and Griffin. Acceleration, deceleration. This is a pretty damn good mech already in its stock form, so it doesn't need many quirks, so I guess this is fine. But what I don't get is, guys, look at target scan time short range plus 250%. So it will take 2.5 times longer to get targeting info at short range. I mean, the Griffin is a brawler, so the brawler shouldn't have problems getting targeting info at short ranges. It should have problems getting targeting info at longer ranges. So, it doesn't make sense then. Why is it taking longer? Yeah, I don't get it, guys. Can someone explain to me? I mean, brawlers should be good at short range. Brawlers shouldn't be good at long range. Again, the same story with the other Griffins. Oh, this thing has faster target scan time. For some reason, I don't know why there is such a huge difference between the 1N and 1S. interesting because this thing is more suited to brawling than this one. But this one has better short range capability. I don't get it. Well, they are pretty similar. S and M gets structure bonuses, which would make them pretty damn tanky. 2N is, well, it's sensor nerfs and plus 20 turn rates. But this one is DCM one, so I guess it can be justified. I don't think the Griffins will have problems after these changes go through. How about the Hunchback? Insane acceleration, structure, right torso. Insane acceleration, structure, right torso. Again, okay, this is good. Torso turn rate, +5. Scan time, short range. Again, it's nerfed, and this is a Broly mech. Target acquisition delay, +3. Why? Because fuck us, that's why. Yeah, again, let's check out the 4G. Because 4H and 4G, their roles overlap without quirks. So it's important what the 4G has. Acceleration. G gets extra armor plus structure on its right torso. But they're split 12 to 12, so it's equal to the 4H. Turn angle is nerfed, it doesn't matter, it has so much turn angle anyway. Again, it's one of those nonsensical nerfs. Oh, this thing has short range scan time buffs. Finally, a brawler with scan time buffs. But again, without weapon quirks, is there a reason to take the 4G over the 4H? Or let's say you want to mount an AC-20. You pick the 4G, you have 3 ballistic and 3 energy hard points. So when you put an AC-20, you are wasting 2 hard points. Why would you take the 4G after these changes? You would take the 4H. And 4G would not be used at all. Let's get to the 4P. Ugra says it's horrible. What the hell? Why so many nerfs? Minus 50 acceleration, plus 20 turn rate, right torso. Turn angle, turn... Why are you nerfing this so much? This was barely considered, you know, okay before. I don't get it. And without medium laser range, gotta be really hard to, you know, really hard to be competitive with Clan Max, the Hunchback. For J, well, for J is an LRM master in its with its current iteration. Minus 35% torso turn angle. 35 degrees, sorry. Again, nobody will take this. 4J is doomed. This, without LRM quirks, there's no reason to take this again. 4SP, the brawler one. The brawler Hunchback with SRAMs. Okay, this is much tougher. I kinda like it. Plus 24 structure in both torsos. Plus 50 acceleration, deceleration. But again, short range sensors are nerfed. Why? I don't know. But this is not looking as bad as the other ones. Still learns? Target retention time +3. Oh, I missed that. Oh yeah. Well, let's see what the Kintaro has, because without ridiculous LRM quirks, the Kintaro is much more better as a LRM mech than the Hunchback. Alright, I'm not gonna look at the Ferret. Taro, 20, the one with most energy hard points, and again, not looking good because Kintaro is one of the biggest mediums, like it's ridiculously oversized. I don't know what to compare it to, but the surface area of its CT and its side torsos are ridiculous. So this is a very squishy mech, and it really needs some protection and it doesn't get anything. Just acceleration, deceleration, turn, right? Alright, nobody will use this. Inter 19, oh, we get some structure here. And it's pretty nice. I like it. These quirks are much better than the quirks we have for Kintaro 19 right now. Turn rate minus 20, that's gonna hurt though. Scan time short range plus 300. I don't get it. Yeah, all weapon quirks are removed. Yeah, all weapon quirks are removed, nothing. Some mechs have heat dissipation quirks, but only some of them, like the Locust. 18? Well, 18 is pretty much the same as the 20 now. Target retention time plus 3, yeah, look. You got 5 missile hardpoints on this thing and 4J has only 2. You will take the Kintaro 18 if you want to learn, because the retention time is the same. Yeah. 18 will be much better than 4J if you want to learn. So, goodbye 4J. Nobody will care about you anymore. I don't have many Novas, so... And each Omnipod changes the quirks, so I don't want to talk about Clan mechs much. Shadowhawk. The mech everybody forgot about. The savior of the lights. Once upon a time. Acceleration rate, deceleration rate, nerfs. Some structures, this thing will be ridiculously tough, but which one is this? The ballistic one. Oh, it doesn't have many good... doesn't have a good hardpoint layout. This is more of a ranged mech, you wanna put like... I don't know... AC2s maybe, but... Who bothers with AC2s? But this is a more of a ranged Shadowhawk, it's not very brawly, so... Structure quirks are a bit... well, we'll see. Let's look at the others. 2k. Get some mild structure quirks. Where's a turn rate nurse? Target scan time, long range, minus 20, hell yeah! No, not really. Yeah, let's move on. Nothing spectacular, no weapon quirks, some structures which are welcome. Duty 2, my favorite brawler, Shadowhawk. Has no structure bonuses for some reason, the most brawly Shadowhawk. It has target scan time short range nerfs. Because fuck me, that's why. Yeah. I don't know. Turn rate plus 10, I like this. Does it have a turn rate? Oh, turn rate is nerfed on the 2k, that's gonna hurt. How about the 2D? Again, some mild bonuses, but nothing spectacular. Not that the Shadowhawk is a very, you know, squishy mech. It actually has a nice geometry, but it has... I find it really ridiculously easy to CT because the CT hitbox begins like this and makes a huge right turn here and then goes down like this. So the CT is pretty large. If they fix that, this is a very tanky mech already. If I'm nothing to talk about. The graded. Oh, okay. Graded. Not too bad. Target acquisition delay plus 3 though, that's gonna hurt. Acceleration, deceleration. Turn rate. Well, I guess it's okay. It's not too bad. This is actually desirable compared to the others. Stormcrow. That's a lot of nerfs. Plus -4 turn angle. it's such a mishmash of quirks right now. Hard to read. Target scan time medium range. Again, it's dependent on Omnipod, so it's hard to say anything about the Clam Max because you can make the quirks work for you by combining Omnipods and go around them, so could look really bad. Torso turn rate -110%. Kinda wanna try this. Torso turn angle -85. Jesus. Hey. Testing grounds. Yes, Nikki. Emo, it's very, I don't know. I don't know what to feel anymore. That's it, guys. Computer is not cooperating. I just want my music back. It's but speaking for myself, this is not what I wanted. I will tell you that it's not what I wanted or I wanted to see, because I think they were on a good path with the current quirks. They just needed more trimming and more iterations, but they stopped doing it. And this infotech thing, it's just annoying. Is this even real? You guys seeing this? This is torso twist. What the hell is this? What is this even? What? And you can't twist, and not only you twist this, not only you don't have the twist range, it also twists really slowly, like why? This is supposed to be a very nimble mech. I guess nobody's gonna bother with this. So they essentially removed this content from the game because nobody will play this. Like, nobody will bother with this thing, like in this form. Personally, I wouldn't touch this. Is this supposed to be fun? I don't know. Let's try to fight this thing. Ugh. Awesome! I can't hit you. So this feels like an assault more than like. It's like an assault, not like a medium. Oh god, what's the source of that ridiculous quirk? Is this the... I don't know, is this the... Oh, it's the collective. Wait, I don't even have the 6 energy arm. How about what happens when I put that on? Wait. Oh, did I have it already? I think I got confused for a sec. Oh, yeah, I already have it, I think. Because the hard point thing counts how many you have left. Okay. So this was interesting. This is making something that was fun and making it not fun so that people will not play it. I don't know. Stormcrow, well, don't use energy hard points on the Stormcrow after this change. Oh, the Trebuchet is one of my favorite mediums actually. I love my Trebs. And what they needed arm health buffs because the arms tend to fall off very easily because they're kind of huge. And it gets arm structure. That's awesome. Plus 30 turn angle, y'all. See this. Well, this is not too bad. Compared to what I've seen so far. About the 7M, my favorite brawler, it gets wow. It gets even more structure. I think I will like this. But then again, it gets target scan time nerfs plus 250%. And it's a brawler, why? Target retention time +1, so if you want to do alarms, that should help a bit. The 3C, the Black Swan of the Trebuchets. The one I hate but I love at the same time. Turn rate -20. Why? Who knows? The 7M has a buff, but this thing has a nerf. And it's the same chassis, it shouldn't be so different between Marines. Anyway, 7K, the ballistic trebuchet, acceleration, deceleration, and some structure, so it should be a good hill humper with the acceleration and deceleration. Buffs the Guerre, or however you pronounce it. This is also a vicious brawler. Well, not really, but I like it. Don't judge me. I like my traps. Plus 65 acceleration, deceleration, turn rate. This is looking too bad actually. Again, but the sensor nerfs will be they're gonna be annoying. Oh, the Vindicator, guys! Now we are at a very interesting spot right now, because the Vindicator, ever since it came out, it's been a horrible mech. Like, it's one of the worst train wrecks in this game. And I was stupid enough to buy the hero as soon as it came out because I like the promise of a pocket brawler. Let's look at the Vindicator to see if they are vindicated. Okay. Okay, again, the Vindicator is an oversized mech. It has so much surface area. I mean, compare it to the Blackjack, it's the same tonnage. And the Blackjack has much less surface area, and it's much more compact. Look at the Vindicator again. Big limbs, huge torso, and not only the torso is wide and it's taller, it also has a lot of depth, so this needs a lot of survivability buffs, so a lot of structures all around. And it's just only gets armor, structures, and some turn rates. And the 1x, the worst Vindicator of all. What does it get? Some acceleration? Nobody's gonna bother with this thing. 1 AA? Why do you have to torso turn angle? Doesn't matter though, it has so much torso twist. Again, nobody will play with the Vindicators, they are still trash. How about the Wolverine? 6R. Again, nobody cared about the Wolverines before the quirks. They are just a bit worse Griffin. You compare them. It's a bit chubbier than the Griffin and it has similar heart points, so the quirks were very necessary to make them stand out, and they did make them stand out indeed, so this is interesting. Like, it gets a lot of structure quirks. This is actually not bad. They somehow recognize its weakness. But yeah, well, compared to what I've seen so far, the Wolverine doesn't look too bad if you want to brawl. 7k. But I don't know if you want to brawl in this ballistic Wolverine. This is more of a brawler, the 7k. And it doesn't get as much structure as the 6R. I think they should swap the quirks between them. Moving on to the heavies, the fun part, the Cataphract, the heavy mech everybody forgot about. Have they saved the Cataphracts? The 0 XP. The Siam Cataphract. Turn rate plus 40%, that's actually nice. And get some structure, but very minor structure compared to how disadvantaged this mech is in terms of geometry. Infotech. Oh my god, I'm not even talking about the infotech stuff. I will come to that later. It's something else. Okay, the 0 XP, well, let's look at the others. 3D. 3D is nerfed. They keep nerfing this thing. Well, there's not much to talk about. It's not huge nerfs, but well, they're mostly minor nerfs. But it doesn't get much either. 4x, again, a Cataphract nobody bothers about. Tons of structure, look at that, plus 28. This should be tanky as hell, but still. When you have Clammex doing 50-60 alpha, their lasers, I mean, it's just alpha and alpha for Clammex. Then again, I appreciate the additional structure. I think every Cataphract should have this kind of structure to make them viable. 1x, a brawler. Again, some structure, kinda like it. Ilya, plus 15. Again, mild structure buffs, but we'll see. How about the 2x? Because 2x is very brawly. Acceleration, deceleration, plus 15. I think the Cataphracts might be workable in this if these changes go through, because everything will be pretty much nerfed. And yeah, not too bad. But again, no weapon quirks, and this thing suffers from low hard points. There's a reason why people don't bother with these things. Anyway, let's move on to the catapult. Tons of structure on the K2. Plus 38 CT structure, that's actually pretty good. Torsos as well. Arms. Arms also get a lot of structure. Again. Compared to what I've seen, these are pretty good for the K2. They seem to have recognized its geometric faults. Plus 38 CT. That's gonna be interesting. This is Stripes, yes! Why would you like to buy a Marauder? Minus 7 structure. Avon, the missile one, gets less structure for some reason. Okay. I mean, it's the same chassis. Why does it get less structure? It has the same flow. Come on. Acceleration, deceleration, tension time +3. So if you want to learn, this shouldn't be too bad. But -30 torso turn angle. Why do they keep nerfing the catapult's torso twist? It used to have a sick torso twist. It could almost look behind it, but they keep nerfing it. Now it's down to 108 degrees, so 90 degrees without the elite. Move on to the dragons. Hi Dart. Written, Emo. Hello guys. I'm just rambling and kind of raging myself here. Dragon 1N. The 1N is, without its quirks, it was the worst dragon variant before. For the quirks, you wouldn't see these things around because there was no reason to bring them. Its hard points are a bit mess. And right now it gets a lot of structure. Okay, I guess. Some acceleration, deceleration. There should be, I don't know. Again, it's looking good, but without weapon quirks, there's nothing to differentiate this from the others. Move on to the flame. Again, some structure, turn rate, acceleration. I'm not even looking at the infotech stuff. I can't be bothered at the moment. Interesting, because the flame is brawlier than the dragon, but it gets less structure. I would say this should get more structure. Not because it's a premium, but because it's a more brawly dragon. 1C? Okay, this is structure overload, plus 40 CT structure. I love that.
Warning, incoming missile.
Plus 30 acceleration, deceleration -10. This will be the tankiest dragon, and it will probably be the best dragon after the quirks drop. 5N, the same thing. The 5N is kind of a bastard child of the dragons because it has so many hard points wasted on its arm because of those 3 ballistic slots. Again, I think 5N won't be bad compared to what I've seen, but I feel the quirks it has right now in this client are better than what it has in on the stable server. So the dragons, some of them get considerable buffs. So let's move on to the grasshopper, one of my favorites lately. So its survivability is nerfed. It has armor quirks in the live client right now. -20 torso turn angle. That's not good. Yeah, add armor multiplier, I agree. I think the grasshopper needs its structures because it's kind of a brawly mech. It doesn't have much, have many high mounted hard points except these 2 on this 5H, and on I think it has 4 on the 5P. So this is a much more brawly mech, and it has to expose itself to do damage. So I would give it more structure or armor. And why aren't they giving any extra armor? Why is it all structure? I would take armor over structure any day. Is it because they doubled the armor bay back in beta and now they want to kind of only work with the internals? I don't know. 5J, arguably the worst grasshopper. It doesn't get any structure. There's some acceleration, deceleration. Again, -20 torso turn angle. Why? I don't get it. Why do you nerf the torso turn angle? please. GI. 5N. One of the pro-list grasshoppers. Wow, it's actually not bad. So much structure on this. Plus 15, plus 16. Minus 10. Force a turn, angle, and rate. That's always annoying, especially on heavies, which tend to have already slow torso turn rates. Plus 350 target scan time. What? Wait, can I drop with this? I wanna try it. What the hell? Yeah, I agree. With kinetics, they should go over every single variant and redo them, like, and make sure there is some, you know, consistency between variants when it comes to mobility and structure. Oh yeah, the torso nerf, you definitely feel it. Torso twist rate nerf. Let's check out the sensor nerf. So, got this guy, I locked him. Waiting, 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 waiting. This is just annoying. Again, and without heat reduction quirks. This thing is ridiculously hot. I don't know how people will play these. Because I think on the in its current quirks there are minus 15% energy heat reduction for the grasshopper, and it helps it tremendously stay competitive and gonna be hot. Anyway, it's okay still with 8 MPL, really? No ghost heat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it has ghost heat. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about it. Yeah, with pulses it should be better, and you can excel in this. Anyway, let's move on. Hellbinger. So this is. Where's my Gauss Hellbinger? I wanna check it out. Oh, I changed my Gauss Hellbinger. Oh, this is prime. Oh, I changed it to Ultra Aces, but it still has the same Omnipods. So this is the, I guess, meta Hellbinger. It has structure for legs. I mean, why? Does it have any problem with its legs? Because I don't see many legged Hellbingers, so that doesn't make sense to me. Minus 26% torso turn rate, that's gonna hurt. Let's check it out if I can drop with it, but looks like I can't because of the module. Module slot violation. Oh yeah, you only have one consumable slot after this change. Yeah, we should definitely get involved in this and make sure they have some good feedback, because this is a step back from current quirks. I know I'm also worried about the power creep because of the current quirks, but they need to handle this better, because this is not a better system. This is going to be annoying for many. Oh yeah, this is sluggish. But again, would be a, I don't know, necessary nerf. Thinking how good the Climax will be after these quirks, since IX Max won't be as competitive because they lose their energy quirks. Anyway, let's move on. Um, Mad Dog? Oh, the Jägermech. I only have one though. No, wait, let's check Jägermechs because they're very popular. I don't like them, but people love them. Acceleration, structure. It's pretty much the same. All of them get structure. It should make them tougher. Since they are very easy to side torso. The S doesn't get anything. That's interesting. I guess it's considered a better variant. Only gets acceleration, deceleration. It should make it a better hill humper. DD. Well, DD is not the favorite of many. It has so many hard points wasted on ballistics. Yeah, well, nothing special, but I don't think the Jägermech needs many buffs in this environment either. Because the ballistics will be strong again now that the lasers are nerfed on the IS side. So I guess the IS meta will shift to more ballistics. Let's see. Mad Dog. Mad Dog gets CT, extra CT structure? Why? It's pretty damn hard to hit the CT of this thing. It needs a lot of side torso structure, like swap them around. Let the side torsos get plus 20 and let the CT get plus 7. Don't you guys agree? Plus 70 turn rate though. But well, it also depends on the omnipods, but yeah, just going over them without analyzing too much. Again, Mad Dog is not nerfed much, except its torso turn rate, which seems to be a team with Clam Max. Oh, the Orion, my favorites, one of my favorites, because I like to torture myself and I really want the Orion to be good. And I heard Russ saying that they wanted the Orion to be as competitive as the Timberwolf, the new rebalance. Let's see if it's competitive with the Timberwolf now. Nope, it's still the same. It's not buffed. Plus 8 structure is nothing. It's finally gets some mobility quirks, which I was asking for a long time, and it never got, because Orion can't mount. It's not good with XLs. It's so easy to get the sides of this thing. But the mobility quirks won't save it. Plus 15, plus 10. This one gets 16. I guess it's better, but again, this won't make it any competitive at all. Same. VA gets a lot more. See, I guess the reason some mechs get more structure is maybe they're looking at their stats and seeing that, oh, nobody plays with the VA, let's give it more structure. Maybe that's the reason. But that's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna play with the VA after this. Again, not gonna be a desirable mech just because it gets slightly more structure. The Protector, my favorite, gets acceleration, deceleration, and turn rate nerfs. I don't like that, but torso turn rate plus 10, not bad. Torso turn angle 35%, plus 35 degrees. Holy crap! I wanna try that. Wait, it has 2 consumable slots too. That's interesting. It's a zucchini. Yeah, Orion will be Orion again. Oh my god. Is this real? This is actually... I like this. Torso is much more responsive. And the torso twist range is awesome. I kinda like this. But again, it's gonna have problems putting out damage. Actually pretty nice. Like a cicada. Most exciting thing that happened so far. Yeah. Orion is the new Urban Mech. I can that could be true. Alright, done with the Orion. So nothing changed on the Orion side. They're gonna be maybe slightly tanky in the... Not slightly tanky. And slightly more mobile, but again, not enough to make them competitive. How about the quick draw? This is again one of the train wrecks of this game. 60-ton mech, which is huge. Look at it. Look at the Orion. Look at the quick draw. The quick draw is bigger than the Orion. It has more surface area. It has even more depth than the Orion. So I guess what they should do is give it a lot structure, like plus 30, 40, just like they did for the Dragon. Not really, it gets plus 13 structure. Turn rate. 5k, again the same. 4H, 5k, it's the same thing. 4G. 4G gets a lot of structure. This is what they should have done for all of the variants. And I'm kind of sad that the 4G lost its arm movement quirk. It was a nice touch. Since, you know, this is a quick draw, it has to move its arms really fast. It was kind of a nice touch on the lower side of the things. I like that quirk. So 4H or 4G, they are very similar. 4H has one more missile hardpoint, but 4G will be much more tankier, so I don't know. Quick draws, again, I don't think they will be played much. Summoner. Oh, the Summoner! Don't mess this up, PGI. It was... You were so close to getting it right. I'm afraid to look at the quirks. Okay. Oh, okay, it keeps the acceleration rates, although they are a bit nerfed. Plus 5% turn rate. Plus 40 turn angle. Plus 5% turn. This is not too bad, guys. I wish it kept its speed quirks though. Plus 5% speed. That helped a lot. Yeah, the Summoner needs acceleration, deceleration. But again, no weapon quirks, so... Because it can't compete with other Metaclam mechs, I guess. This will still be irrelevant mostly. But if you like the current Summoner, it's not gonna be very different. Seems. Show me that sweet paint job? Okay, which one? Yeah, the Summoner has some pretty sick paint jobs. I really like how it looks with these camos because the resolution of its textures are a bit higher than the other things. For example, the Orion has horrible texture resolution, so it looks pretty bland and bad. Look at this. It's just not good. Anyway, Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Thunderbolt. So, before the quirks, Thunderbolt was one of the worst mechs in this game again. For the quirks. They were slow, sluggish, they barely put out any damage. They were kind of only known for being tanky before, and now PGI gave them some very sick energy quirks, and now they married the tanky chassis with great energy quirks, and it's become an awesome IS mech. Like, it's become a mainstay of the IS heavies, pretty much. Let's go to the 5SS actually. So it loses its energy quirks. Lower resolution show that IS machines are inferior to the clan mechs. Exactly. it's gonna be tankier. No, it's not gonna be tanky. It already has a lot of structure quirks in the current client. So it's gonna be a bit less tanky. And it's gonna struggle putting out damage. It's gonna be a little bit more mobile, I guess. The acceleration rate. But when you're struggling to put out damage, no, you don't enjoy a mech, so it's, I guess people will stop playing with these things. Again. I wish they looked at the state of the game before they introduced quirks, because after they introduced quirks, they lifted many IS mechs from irrelevance to, you know, somewhat relevant to somewhat relevance. And now, well, because they are wiping the weapon quirks again, they are condemning them to irrelevance again, some of them. And Thunderbolt will be hit hard. The 5S gets tons of structure though. But again, the 5S has a worse hardpoint layout, 2 ballistic hardpoints, they are kind of wasted. Yeah, there's a reason why people don't play the 5S, and it's gonna be bad. Still, Timber. What about the Timber? Timber, the clan heavy, the clan heavy. This is kind of my try-hard mech. It has kind of a meta build on it. So let's check the quirks. Minus 20 torso turn angle. But it only has 84 yaw now. Wow. Gonna hurt. Wow, that's like a Battle Master yaw. And 30% torso turn rate. Again, the weapons, the clan weapons will probably make the Timber a very desirable mech, because we can do a lot of combinations. But it's gonna be annoying to play because of this, I guess. But this is my troll learn boat. Less than, yeah. But this is not nerfed too much. But then again, I have a lot of missile omnipods, so doesn't reflect what people are going to use this mech. What omnis people are going to use. This one has a lot of buffs. Timber S. Wow, what's going on here? Again, this is a troll build. Disregard the build. The Timber S has a lot of buffs. I guess people will use Timber S omnipods. This is not too bad, guys. This omnipod combination, Timber Prime arms and S right torso, Prime left torso, so it's not gonna be too bad. But I want to check out this one on the testing grounds. Can I play with it? Oh yes. Drop the canyon. Nerfing the mobility of it. Yeah, the Timber is surprisingly mobile for a 75 tonner because of its huge engine, and buffing its mobility. The hell? Oh yeah, this is not too bad, guys. The torso twist nerfs. Yeah, this feels actually. Yeah. So it's slightly sluggish. How about the acceleration? Oh well. It's passable. Your info gathering abilities. Oh my god, I was watching a written stream earlier today, and the talk about all that infotech was pretty funny. I think I'm done with my heavy, so let's move on to the assaults. Oh my god, the Direwolf. The destroyer of worlds. . So acceleration nerfs, torso rate, turn rate nerfs. So compared to its current form, the direwolf is slightly nerfed, but only slightly. Which also taking into account that they removed every single weapon quirk from IS, the direwolf will be just stronger despite the nerfs. What? Wow, it looks like. Wait, okay, that's a. This thing actually has a lot of positive quirks, but this is a trial mech, so the omnipods are a bit probably messed up. Yeah. Direwolf S. Jesus. What? Okay, this is super nerfed. This is I wanna try this. I wanna try this. It should be pretty ridiculous. Just a sec. Dokistan Dire Lances for Scott. Okay, this mech is already sluggish, so with these nerfs, it should be ridiculous right now. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, God. Yeah, I was just looking at what I have. Oh my God, this is unusable. Is this supposed to be playable? What? Okay. Yeah, nobody will use this. No one will use this. These omnipods are gone. So they're just deleted from the game right now. Alright. So don't use S omnipod, sell your direwolf S's. Oh, the prime is buffed. Okay, then my combination of omnipod they're pretty bad. They must be pretty bad. Where does this thing come from? Because of the CT? Oh yeah, the CT. CT has some torso turn rate nerfs. This direwolf S left torso. I like the S torsos because you know they give you high mounted energies, but after this I won't use them. So I guess it's balanced. Oh, this is 60%. Even worse than that. What's this build? Oh god, it should be even worse. Alright, so I guess there is a good combination of hard points for the dire that's not affected from the nerfs, as Britain is saying. Anyway, let's move on to the gargoyle, the clan assault that pretty much everyone hates and some love. I like it, and I know Proton likes it and makes it work. So acceleration, deceleration, they are welcome. Turn rate -10. Okay, that's possible. Legs are buffed. Why? This doesn't need leg buffs. Give those structure to its arms. +5. Oh. Okay. So usually my only problem with the gargoyle is it's a bit hard to spread damage, but its CT is a bit in my experience it's taking a lot of damage, so I wish they gave it more torso structure to make it more brawly. Perhaps Gargoyle Prime. Torso turn rate 1000? But where's my own Prime? Wait, why don't I have that thing? Why is it on the... Which Omnipod is that? Which one is giving the plus... Gargoyle Prime right arm? Okay. So for some reason, let me build one myself. If you mount Gargoyle Prime right arm, which is horrible, it has horrible hard points. Nobody uses this. You get plus 1000 torso turn rate for some reason. So you can use those. Use whatever weapons you have left. Okay, this is interesting. Let me check it out. I will check it out. So that's my other concern. You know, this game has a specific feeling for the mechs. So, you know, mechs mostly feel like mechs. They have weight. They're, you know, take time to accelerate, slow down, or turn, twist. So there's kind of a weighty feeling to them. And with quirks like these, you're taking away that immersion stuff. So this is not right. Don't do this, PGI. Hell? Jesus. Okay, I am so immersed right now. Apparently, clan engineers. The clan engineers made a super torso twists, torso Myomar, or I don't know. This is faster than a Locust, guys. It's so weird though, because the pilot doesn't have any time to turn his head, so you can do silly stuff like this, and the vision is still kind of stable. So you can torso twist like this. So like this, you shoot the guy, and you're like this. Okay, now I shoot him again, and I'm like torso twisting. Shoot you again. I'm torso twisting. This could be actually a valid tactic, guys. The Gargoyle, the most tanky mech ever after this. Whew! You need more DPI for max term. Yeah, damn it. I could have tried it. Alright, the Warhawk. Oh, wait. Why is it, God damn it, I missed so many. Okay, let's finish the clans. Looks like it got stuck on clans, so I missed the IS max. Yeah, the Warhawk is mostly the same, actually. Just loses its, weapon quirks. I would say the Warhawk should be very similar to what it is. It still gets, left torso structure 36. Okay. Shield side is the left side now. Yeah, it's since you can do combinations, it doesn't make sense to, you know, spend time on clan max. You really need to get into mech lab and try to combine other omnipods to see if you can get around the nerfs and such. So let's go Inner Sphere. At DDC. Well, the DDC is nerfed, that's for sure. -5 acceleration, deceleration, -10. Okay, but why? Why do you hate the DDC, PJ? Because it has, yeah. Like nobody even cares about the DDC. I would have buffed it, just because everybody hates it. Atlas S. Okay, some additional structure, that's always welcome. Torso turn angle plus 35 in an Atlas. Oh my. Oh my, I need to try this. So the Atlas S has beastly torso twist range. It can infotech. Oh my god. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not even looking at infotech stuff. I'm not even looking at them. Twisting. Oh yeah, this is not too bad. We can twist this pretty hard. Not that it takes like 2 seconds to twist from one side to other, but more torso twist is always welcome. So I like this. This should be better than the current Atlas has. Okay, the RS, the Atlas nobody uses right now. Because it has goals and PPC quirks, I think. It gets plus 30 reverse speed. Shameful display, and Atlas gaining a reverse speed quirk should get a forward speed quirk. What a random quirk to push on, or were they like, oh, I'm so bored, what should I... How should I quirk this mech? Oh yes, an idea, plus 30% reverse speed. Such an old quirk. Again, this gets turn angle bonuses and turn rates. Well, it's pretty much the same as the S. Again, without weapon quirks, it's difficult to keep this variant viable because the Atlas needs firepower, and when you're mounting so many energies, especially low mounted energies like this, you are usually at a disadvantage. So you either they need some good quirks to make them people take them, or oh. Atlas D. Wow, Jesus. Oh, this is my troll Atlas. Don't disregard the camo and the. I don't know if you can read this, but it has 4 flamers, 2 machine guns, 2 LRM-20 Artemises. Disregard that. Okay, plus 50 structure, plus 47 structure. I love that. Finally, a brick. An Atlas like a that's quirked like a brick. This is what they should have done long ago. I like these quirks. This should be the best Atlas after the patch. Too bad it has too bad it doesn't have a good hardpoint layout. Yeah, but again, this, the quirks are pretty immense, as a pretty big. We want to do awesome. Awesome gets acceleration and deceleration, turn rates. Okay, I guess, and it gets some additional structure, but I don't think it's enough. Plus 16 is not enough. Give it more, because this thing is as wide as an Atlas almost. While being 20 tons lighter. This thing needs a lot of survivability quirks. Yeah, damage pinata for a direwolf, I agreed. I mean, it should be good among the Atlases, but again, it's not gonna compete with any clam mech. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna compete, it's just, you know, if it had structure plus weapon, these structure quirks plus weapon quirks, then it would have been pretty good, perhaps, but again, it doesn't matter when you can't do any damage. It's just something to be farmed. Anyway, the awesome is not special. It's and without weapon quirks, to be honest, I don't think they can make each variant attractive. Like currently, the 8Q is a beastly PPC carrier. Well, not beastly, but it has pretty good quirks, but not enough. Now it will be much more tankier. The structure looks good on the 8Q. Again, acceleration, deceleration. +1 target retention time for some reason. That's good. But again, without weapon quirks. Oh my god, the camo. The camo is burning my eyes. Why did I do this? Without weapon quirks, why would I vote PPCs in an awesome, guys? I would put PPCs in a Banshee, for example, or put PPCs in a Battle Master. They are much more higher mounted. Why would I use awesome for PPCs or anything else when there are so many better energy boats, energy IS assaults? This doesn't make sense to me. They essentially killed the awesome again. Now it was somewhat relevant. Yeah, it's... I mean, they can buff the turn rate as much as they want, but for me, without weapon quirks, the awesome in its current form, it's finished. Like, it's gonna be irrelevant again, mostly. Not that it's not irrelevant right now. Banshee, oh my god, my favorite Banshee. Again, disregard the build. Around. Acceleration rate nerfs, that's bad, but +20 turn rate, that's good. Also, it gets additional structure. I think the Banshee will be pretty beastly. Again, the tree is pretty good. Disregard the infotech stuff, but this should be spitting out. This should be pretty competitive after the nerfs. Well, the 3S, the bastard child. Jesus, so many structure quirks. I don't know if it's enough to make this thing viable though. Because this mech runs pretty hot with no way to make it cooler. Really an interesting option. At least this variant has a flavor. Like, okay, this is the tanky Banshee. Moving on to the Battle Masters. I really like the current Battle Masters we have. They have pretty beastly energy quirks and can do pretty amazing stuff. The current Battle Masters, and now they lost all of those energy quirks. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. Freeze Dire Food. Well, it lost some DPS. That's for sure. But among the IS mechs, this is going to be good. Again, I'm not comparing them to the clans. The clans will probably fall another level compared to the IS after these quirks. Again, the same thing. Just a bunch of structure and turn rates bonuses. 1G doesn't get anything. What? Oh, that's bad. I was hoping that they would give this give the Battle Master more torso turn angle, not just +5, because it's only 60 degrees. 1S target retention time. Of course, they wanted to make this a learn boat, so they are thinking of this as a learn boat, so it has target retention time. But again, nothing remarkable. I would take the 1S for learn boating probably. Not when we have the Mauler. Battle Master 2C is completely nerfed for some reason. Why? Why did you nerf this? Why doesn't this get anything? GI, please tell me. Why do you hate this? Okay, because it has 10 hard points. Is that the thing? So the 8 hard points Battle Masters get structure, but the others don't. Okay. The Hellslinger. Wow. Massive nerfs here. Plus 25% deceleration, acceleration. But it gets towards a turn angle. This is one of the well, this is one of the worst Battle Master variants anyway. So it's gonna be even less relevant. The 3S, the same story. It gets some torture turn angle, which is welcome. So 180, 108 degrees of torso turn angle on the Battle Master. 3S. I think I will use this. Not looking bad. It's the Battle Master again, yeah. But again, these things will struggle to put out damage without their laser quirks or missile quirks. They will be much less desirable compared to, let's say, the Banshee. Moving on to the Highlander. Again, Highlander is a mech that needs a lot of help currently. 732B. This is the tankiest mech in this game at the moment. Going to be still tanky, but nerfed acceleration, deceleration. Okay, I guess this will be tanky. The nerfed acceleration, deceleration is bad though, because this Highlander is already a very sluggish mech. Since the engine is very limited, you can only mount up to 325. So it's already a very sluggish mech. Plus, since you can't mount very big engines, you also lose on double heatsink capacity, because you can't put a lot of heatsinks inside the engine. So again, I don't know. A metal, will it be relevant? Gonna have some acceleration, burn rates, armor, +5, y'all. Okay, not too bad. I'm gonna miss the ridiculous armor on the arms though. Currently it has like what, 36 plus 39 armor on its arms, on each arm. It's something ridiculous. So the Highlanders won't change much. 733 doesn't get any structure for some reason. Target retention time +2, so they want you to both Lerms with it, I guess. Turn rate +30. Acceleration, deceleration is pretty good though, +50%. I don't know, maybe this could be... Turn rate is +30%, so I don't know, maybe this could be a brawler? But again, gonna be hardly competitive. The weapon quirks, no. Jump jets are nerfed, I don't know. The clans changed the game fundamentally. They just can't wipe out the weapon quirks and go back to what we have. The clans will be much better. So 732p. Again, the same story. Not many buffs here. And the brawler Highlander gets acceleration, deceleration, turn rate, and torso turn angle. Again, the brawler gets sensor nerfs for short range. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. Target acquisition delay +2.5. Okay. So its sensors are horrible. Again, the same story here. So the Highlanders get mild structure buffs depending on the variant and some acceleration, deceleration quirks. But again, no heat generation or weapon, which they direly need to stay competitive. This is a very hard mech to play right now. King Crab. Turn angle -20. Just a sec. I need my music back. Can't get enough of Tribe's soundtrack. Brawling is too popular, yes, Moto. People are using too many SRMs and impulses. We have to nerf the brawlers. My computer's taking a dump again now that I alt-tabbed. Jesus, 45 viewers. Oh god. Alright, it's not cooperating. I am using my reverse quirks and info taking. Akira. Funny. Yeah, I don't know. They really need to take a lot of feedback. And take the feedback to the heart, you know. Not get like, hey, we are the developers, we know the best, but just listen to the players who invested in thousands of hours into a single mech even. I really hope, again, they take the feedback to the heart. Because otherwise, people are going to be pissed, including me. And you don't want your, die-hard players pissed. This could be another, golden mech gate. Anyway, let's move on with the King Crab. Minus 20 turn angle, minus 10 turn rates. The thing about the King Crab, it doesn't have articulated arms, so it needs the torso twist to be able to track targets. So when you take the torso twist angle, you make this mech harder to use. I mean, it's already a hard to use mech. It has a lot of disadvantages. It's a huge target, etc. So I really don't think they should nerf it. Look at it, it's all red. Okay, this is a decent assault, but not like it's super good. King Crab gets a lot of structure, so okay, that's not too bad. But again, torso turn angle is hugely nerfed. This will be very annoying to use. You won't be able to track targets, and torso turn rate is nerfed. So this mech depends on its torso entirely to track targets. It has no arms, so when you nerf it, it's gonna hurt it a lot. I don't know if they thought about that. So King Crabs, the same thing. Turn angle is nerfed, turn rate is nerfed. But some variants get additional structure, which I like. But again, Stalker. Stalker is a very popular mech. I wonder what they did with it. Acceleration, torso turn rate. Again, the Stalker depends on its torso to track targets. When you nerf it, it's gonna be annoying and a bit nerfed. Misery. Oh, Misery gets a lot of structure. That's not too bad. Torso turn angle is boosted. That's also very good. Also, turn rate is boosted, but acceleration, deceleration is minus 20. It's a very sluggish mech, so I don't know. But I like the other quirks. Not too bad considering what I've seen so far. Volker 3F. 3F is completely nerfed for some reason. Why? Does anyone use the 3F anymore? Well, I don't see any. Alright. Moving on to the Victor, another fallen star of Mech Warrior. Once it stood on the at the top of the food chain, but no, it's mostly regarded as not a good mech. Lots of mobility boosts. I like it. Yeah. This is not too bad comparing to, again, what I've seen so far. It should feel a lot more mobile, but I would have preferred, yeah, the other variants have additional structure. I would have preferred some more structure for this one because the Victor is overscaled. It is a huge mech. I mean, look at this. This is Victor. This is Zeus. This is Zeus. This is Victor. Look at how bigger it is. It's taller. It has more surface area. So this is a bit squishy, but ever since they nerfed the Pop-Tarting, the Victor is mostly used as a brawler right now. And it's not a good brawler because it's very squishy, in my opinion. So, again, the K has some nice quirks, but I would have preferred some additional structure, but again, not too bad. Let's move on to 9B. A lot of acceleration. This is a good variant. This is like a pretty popular variant. Some additional structure, which is welcome. It's not too much though. I would have at least doubled those. So the Victors are mostly buffed. Even buffed comparing to what we have right now. Kappa is real. Yeah, 9S, this is also very popular. Oh, now that's more like it. This is good, not too bad. Again, compared to what I've seen. Zeus. Now, the Zeus currently has one unique property that makes it, you know, stand out from the others. I'm not talking about PTR, PSR, PTR. I'm confusing them. But I'm talking about the live client. And it's tanky. The Zeus is tanky. It has to be tanky. Its only unique point is this: if you take away its tankiness, you're left with a mech that struggles to do damage. Yeah, they took away its tankiness. But it gets a lot of buffs. Torso turn angle plus 30, that's really good. Turn rate 25%. Okay. This might be a good trade-off, I don't know. But again, no weapon quirk, so this will still struggle to do damage, but its mobility is buffed quite a lot from what I see. This one is much more tankier, 5S, but the 9S. Yeah, they are the same, so they get accelerations and additional structure. This one doesn't get any structure for some reason. Any reason why this thing is hated so much? Because it has 2 ballistics PGI? Did that your algorithm tell you to not to tanky? Anyway. So that's it. I went through pretty much every mech I had. Looked at their quirks and I don't know what to think right now. Maybe I should try dropping. Are people even playing? Like, what if I take my blackjack and Q? Let's see. Hi Kilaja. So in overall, the loss of weapon quirks hurts the IS massively. And The loss of weapon quirks doesn't hurt the clans, on the other hand. And they have some, well, some omnipods are hugely nerfed, but people will find a way to get around them, and the clan stuff will be much better than the IS stuff. So we are going back to the first step, or drawing board, after the clans were released. So on overall, the IS mechs are a bit tankier now, but they lose a lot of firepower and weapon range. So I guess the clans will have great time farming IS. Yeah, they really need to add weapon quirks back to IS mechs. They really need to do it, and they really need to remove some of the weird quirks like 1000 plus 1000% to torso twist rates and such. I think some of the mobility quirks might take away the feeling of the, feeling of weight in this game. So, a mech should feel like a mech. It should have some inertia. So when you buff it too much and give it ridiculous numbers, that might also hurt the immersion. Oh, thank you, Edgard. See you later then if you're leaving. Thanks for sticking with me. I don't think you can look at, well, I know you guys are joking, but I don't think you should look at Community Warfare and come to conclusions about the balance, because Community Warfare is heavily influenced by which unit is playing against, playing for what faction. So when you have very skilled units or units with a lot of members switch factions, it affects the battles and outcomes greatly. Of all the IS weapons range as a whole, yeah. We don't care about the balance changes to the FPS shooty parts, come on. Which one wins? I think, you know what, I will say ISBM. I think we do better as IS, but that's just my feeling. Because, we got a unique playstyle and I think it fits the IS stuff. But the current IS stuff, I don't know what will happen with the new balance change. Yeah, this is, so guys, you can make a difference, so just go to the feedback sections on the forums and just talk about these changes. I think we can make a difference if we be vocal about it, because I don't think this is better than what we have right now. I think the quirk system is a good idea. The thing we have right now is a good idea. There are some stuff that needs to be trimmed or buffed or nerfed slightly, but so far the quirks were on the right track. They only needed more iterations, and PGI for some reason didn't iterate much. How many quirk passes did they make? Did they do like 2 or 3? So they did like one balance pass every 4 months, and they haven't done any balance pass for like 6 months right now. They only needed to iterate just like they promised, and it would have been perfect. But but now they are starting over again, so we are starting this whole process again. So I wish they, just built upon what they had before instead of moving on to a completely new system. Yeah, a handful of offenders could have been corrected. The best thing about the current quirk system for me is they tried to give each variant a flavor. Like, there was a reason to use every variant. I mean, I'm not saying they were super good, but you could look at a variant and see, okay, this is the SRM Brawler variant. Okay, this one is the ballistic one. Look at the other one and could say, okay, this is laser one. Right now, all of those differences are gone. Right? So you could have a commando with that that had a ridiculous missile cooldown quirk, so it was like a machine gun SRM commando, or you could have a commando with I don't know, SRM, ridiculous SRM 2 buffs, 80% cooldown, maybe. I don't know. Just make each variant unique. That's what I wanted. Looks like we're not going to find a game. It's taking a while. Yeah, I agree, some mechs are out of whack, but that's why they should have done more iterations, you know. If a mech is misbehaving and it's considered way better than the other variants, then in the next patch you nerf its, I don't know, cooldown 5% and wait for a month and see if it's in line with the others or not. Then you just do the same thing again, but they didn't. I just want to see new quirks in action, you know, just get a feeling of the firepower, new weapon balance, and know that the quirks are gone. So I want to play at least one match, if possible. So again, Russ said on Twitter that they are not going to release these changes until everyone is satisfied with them. So I believe Russ. I hope he's sincere. And he said that there's going to be either major revisions or they're gonna scrap it altogether if people don't like it. So there's the possibility. So just don't give your feedback. Don't stay silent if you don't like them. Yeah, I agree, Kalaja. Currently, where they are heading, this will be scrapped completely because there are so many quirks that just don't make any sense, and there is no consistency between variants. One variant is incredibly mobile, and the next one is like very sluggish. I mean, okay, I get it. This is a game. Games need to be balanced, but you also have this lore. You know, you have to make it a bit believable, and I don't think in terms of mobility there should be a lot of difference between variants. Oh, also, by the way, let's talk about infotech stuff, because that's funny. They really think that infotech stuff is important in terms of, you know, balance. So, on some mechs, the infotech stuff is much better, but they don't get many mobility quirks, for example. And you might have also noticed that I didn't talk about the infotech stuff because, as I said, I think in the grand scheme of things, infotech doesn't matter much. What matters is survivability and damage. That's it. Yeah, maybe if you're playing solo, it might, be annoying not getting any target information. But when you're playing with your friends, the info is already relayed almost automatically if you have a good team. And it's also annoying not getting any targeting data. It's just annoying. I mean, it's just something irritating. It doesn't add anything fun to the game. It's detracting from the fun. That's what I want to say. You cannot nerf aim. Like, I'm gonna shoot that mech anyway. And if I have enough firepower, that mech is gonna die anyway. It doesn't matter if I have the info or not, because people, after a certain level, you already know where to shoot on a mech. You don't need to see instantly where it's hurt. You know how to take it out as fast as you can. I don't know. Infotech should definitely go. It shouldn't be considered a balanced variable, and they should bring weapon quirks back in its place. We need weapon quirks again, especially for IS. So either nerf clan weaponry, which I know they won't do because they promised that they are not going to nerf clan weapons anymore, or introduce weapon quirks for IS, because currently it's not gonna work. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of this good discussion in the chat. Agree with you guys. I think we're all on the same page here. They managed to unite the community again. That rarely happens. The last one was when they announced the clans when the game was in a horrible state, and they worked so hard to recover from that that disaster. And this could be another one if they're not careful. Because this Battles Pass will change the way the game plays dramatically, and some people may not like it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to find a match. Damn. I would have loved to play a single round. Yeah. I get the reasoning behind this. People going to mech lab and look at the quirks, they rather not play. Yeah, exactly, okay. Let's not search more. So this is it, guys. Weapon quirks gone and replaced by mobility and structure and infotecting. And pretty much everything has a negative infotech quirk. Like, there's so little amount of mechs with positive infotech quirks. It's mostly just negative. Especially on the medium heavy and assault side, I think. It's mostly negative on the dragons are positive. What the lights there? The lights are mostly positive, I guess. So yeah. Thing is, it's a good idea. The lights are, you know, good at relaying target info and finding targets, but not this genre. But you don't get rewarded for sharing targets anyway, so what's the point? I would rather do damage. Jesus man, the extra structure on this thing, I freaking love it. This is such a troll mech. This will be pretty much indestructible. Plus 20 structure on a 30-ton light. Oh PKI, what have you done? Make us top 10 infotech mechs. Okay, yeah, let's make a top 10 infotech list. I guess the commando will be in there. And the dragon will be in there. Especially this one. Wait, what else? The Orion, maybe? No, not really. The top 10 infotech? Yeah, probably not the assaults. Yeah. Oh wait, the Victor K is in there. The Panther is not really. The Trial is good at infotech. How about the 5D? Nope, not really. Yes, but I mean the Anansi is so horrible. It will just be, after this change, it will just be, you know, fun to troll other teams with. Not that it will do damage or be relevant. Well, that's I thought the point of the quirks was to make mechs relevant, you know, to give people a reason to take them and be competitive with most of the mechs. Yeah, we're going back. Anyway, I think we're done here. I ranted. Sorry about all the rant. Yeah, sorry about the rant, but yeah, I just had to vent. So, while I was checking out the quirks, again, we can change it. We just need to give feedback. So hop onto the forums and say what you think about the quirks to PGI, and hopefully they will take notice. It will be better. Hopefully. Hopefully. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we had so many viewers, I didn't notice. I hope it was informative to you. Answer what? Kilaja. Oh yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and maybe I will stream later some normal gameplay without ranting and such. Yeah, see you guys later. We'll play tomorrow. I don't know, maybe. Do you mean in the practices? Anyway, we can talk about it later. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.